should be coming up now.
I gotta find you. I lost you.
Yeah. And we've got active stream. Oh, there's my California brother. How you doing, sir? The flea. Hey guys. I don't know how this is gonna go. We came home from church today and Sophie had her baby, and she keeps having more contractions. There's the baby. That's the newest one. He was born, we're guessing, about the time we was maybe 2 or 3 miles from the house, because she was still cleaning him when we got home. But the reason we decided to go live, this girl right here, her water just started. I know it's kind of nasty. Oh, I got a sinus infection. The black and white when they're in front of us. Come here, big girl. This gal right here.
Come here, big mama.
She's got heavy leakage. She's losing her plug. And we're thinking she's going to have a baby here in the next very short while. If I can keep up with her. We just fed them. I didn't want to get caught off guard and her going to labor while we were feeding. And if any of you guys got a weak stomach, if she does go in and starts birthing, it can get quite rough on the eyes for some folks. So if you have any children, I'd recommend not letting them see that part. But she's got a pretty heavy discharge, and that's usually minutes, you know, a half hour to 45 minutes before the baby comes. So she's definitely gonna have babies between now and midnight for sure. But she's been just a 100% success with her births. When she goes in, it comes quick. That's big girl, and she's squirting sometimes when she walks. That's just her water. But we're gonna stay with it. I've got a backup battery. I am on my phone, and so when our battery drains down, I've got a backup battery we can plug up, so I won't have to disconnect. But I'm hoping it'll go fast to where I can catch it on live stream for you guys to see. It's such an amazing thing to witness. Oh, the black goat with the white spots. I'm trying to find her. Belle. There she is. Y'all have to excuse the mess. This is debris left from the hurricane. There's Belle. Hey, girl. But we got her as a bottle baby. She was not born here. We actually picked her up at a livestock auction. She was not a rescue. We tried to get the mother, and the people there decided to separate her from her mother because they can make more money on it. And her owner, who brought them up there to sell them, wanted them sold as a family, and the auction decided to go against them. And it was just a bad scene. And so we tried to get her mama with her, and it was so far above our financial means, it wasn't possible. And they cleaned us out on her, but it was well worth it. She is definitely a sweetheart. I'll introduce you guys to some of these. We've got so many. That's Big Girl, the one that's the black and white. She's the one that's in labor now. And of course, that's Belle. This is Tickles. She's got an identical sister, which is right there. Her name is Iden. They were born in the same sack, which is rare. Yeah, and they are identicals. And we couldn't figure out a name for them. And Tickles has wattles hanging from her neck, and that's the only difference that they have. The markings are the same. And so we just took the word identicals and split it up, so we have Iden, wherever she'd run off to, and Tickles. And she's a newbie. She's very overdue. I'm not showing you the rear end. Forgive me if that's what you're seeing. I'm just trying to show you guys the milk sack on her. She has never been bred. This would be her first birthing. She's 2 years old, and we try to wait. And that's Abby. She's full grown. She's she's a micro.
She's about 4 years old.
And for you guys that's been around a while, you hear us talk about Benji. That's Benji. He's my buddy. We had him castrated because he wouldn't never grow up. He's just a big baby, and he hit 1.5 years old, so we had him castrated so he wouldn't mature. He does not stink like a normal billy goat. He never actually went into maturity. Thank you for the names. There's Elsie.
Oh, we got Delilah's baby.
Yeah, I'm showing them some of them. And there's Roscoe. Him and Benji are castrated. Those are two of our main ones that we take places. This is Louie. He was a rescue. He was already castrated when we got him. And this right here is one of the best goats you'll ever see anywhere you go. He is one of a kind. There's Iden. And this is Delilah. I posted the video of her having the baby. We missed her birth. If I can get up on him. There's such the father to her and Sophie's, or to him and Sophie's baby, is the same goat. We call him Beanbag. He looks just like this little guy, and he's got bright blue eyes. Their horns haven't grown yet. They grow in with age. They're not born with them. Every now and then you get one that's born with little nubs on his head. That's Tinker. She was a rescue too. And there's the baby. You alright, buddy? Try to get where you can see his eyes. He got the blue eyes from his daddy. You okay, bud? That's Sophie's baby, and he is tiny. I don't know if he's gonna let me pet him. He's the one that was born today. Hey, little buddy. Which Sophie's little anyway. And there's Gracie. She's one of the originals. Delilah's fussing at me because she's got her baby here, and everybody's kind of got up close to her, and she's upset. I wish you were closer. When you guys get moved, SoCal, I believe you said you're going to Idaho. If you guys are going to get set up and you're interested in the goats, get up with me. Send me a message or a comment, and I'll give you my contact information, and we will certainly take care of you, get you set up with a good pair. Trying to find, there she is. I don't want her to get out of sight, because when she starts birthing, she goes really quick. Let's see if I got time to go back here and I'll show you the daddy to Sophie's baby and Delilah's. That's a mix on the rear end. That's a mix of the plug, and I know it, girl, she's talking to her baby, but that's what that slime is. It's just the plug and the water from the bag, the sack. And this is Annie, orphan Annie. She was literally an orphan. The mother refused to feed her, and the farmer contacted us, and his wife cleaned her up and put her back in the pen with Mama, and Mama tried to stomp her to death. And as a baby, she was trying to run toward her mother, and her mother was attacking her. And so he contacted us, and we went and picked her up, and she's a permanent fixture. She's a blessing. And there's her baby. And there's Frances. We don't handle her much. Yes, sir. The flea had just asked if you guys, I don't know if y'all can see it when you're in. Yes, it is 2 babies. Sophie and Delilah both had a baby. This is Sophie's baby here. It was born today. And there she is. That's Sophie, this little short thing here. No, we haven't had much with that storage room. Just sounds. But there was something I was wanting to post, and I've been so busy, I just completely overlooked it. But I went in that room, and I closed the blinds all the way. I lifted them up that night because of the noises. They were partially open, but I went back in and I closed the blinds, and it was like somebody flipped the switch and poured the gas to it. All kind of noises and knocking sounds. It sounded like it was coming from the floor, but it sounded like wood. And it's this is a slab house. Well, I went back the following day and I opened up the blinds. I just pulled them all the way up, and the noises almost stopped. Hey girl, this is Abby's baby. This little one here's got a deformity. Can I see your foot for a second? Her feet are deformed. The nails grow at an excessive rate. And from birth, her feet were so out of shape. And we've had several farriers come, and talking to them on the phone, they swore that they could fix any foot until they got here, and they can't do anything with them because of the way her feet are designed. And we ended up taking her to the vet, and our vet said, you got to let it go. There's nothing you can do but put them down when they're like that, and we're not going to put any animal down. If they got to be put down, the Lord will do it when it's time. She's not in pain. She's a very lovable little thing. She just ain't growing. I hear you, girl. There's big girl. Oh, the lady in the woods is here. I'm outside, so that my screen's kind of dim. This is the gal that's in labor right now. The hurricane busted up the hoop house and the brace, which is in the middle of the floor in there. We're thinking that the pig knocked the brace down and the big goats got on top and they collapsed it the rest of the way. So we've got to build a new hoop house for them. We're working on that now, trying to get the money saved up. It's about $350 worth of material to get it done. A lot of it's scrap material that we use. But we got to get these panels replaced that are in there. That's why it looks as bad as it does. It wasn't really salvageable before, but now that they've caved it in, it's definitely, there's not much we can reuse in that except for the poles. Hey girl, do you want to go up front? Hey, you okay? You got a fever. Yeah, this one here, when we got her, she was younger. She is registered. She's a Nubian. But the guy who owned her in the beginning burned her horns off. And he didn't do it right. And we've had her for 4 years. And the first 2 years, she had a continuous scab on her head from the horns not being burnt off right. And supposedly they were done when she was a baby. Do you want to go up front? She may be starting her labor. I'm sorry about the noise. There's goats up on the roof of this thing trying to get to the acorns in the tree. Are you gonna have some babies? Yeah, SoCal, you're not supposed to remove the horns, especially in the hot environments like here. A goat's horns, they serve two purposes. One of them is, of course, to protect themselves, but the main purpose is it's how they regulate their body heat, is through their ears and their horns. And in the beginning, when we first started this, we rescued a few that had the horns burn off, and it was a bad job. The people who done it should be punished. It was horrible. And we took them to the vet to have them checked over before we brought them here, just in case they were diseased. And he gave us the history of the removing of the horns. You don't profit in any way by taking a goat's horns from him, but it could cause them to overheat and have heat stroke, and they don't have a way to defend themselves. We do not remove horns. The state of Florida, we have two that are service animals, but we could only get them as emotional support animals unless we had the horns removed. And that's something that we won't discuss it. It's not going to happen here. If God wants the horns off of them, then they won't have horns when they're born. Hey girl. She's nervous. She's running a little bit of a fever. She's warm up in the nose. But she is bedding because the labor has started. You need somewhere cool, don't you? This used to be their home, and it actually, I don't know if y'all can see it, there's a heater in that back corner right there. I've got wire around it so they wouldn't get close to it and get burned for winter time. And we've got to get this structure replaced before winter hits. It's a little rough right now with the court proceedings for the adoption. That has sure taken a toll on us. And she's breathing heavy. You gonna bring some babies? You gonna bring us some little ones? Let me see who's up top. That may be stressing her out. Belle, get down from there. Belle, come here. This is what the goats have done to it. It was standing. It was just lopsided from the hurricane. And we're pretty sure that the pig knocked the brace down. It's been down for 3 days now, and I don't have the strength to push the top back up. Yeah, that one there is spoiled rotten. Come on, girl, you're gonna fall through and hurt yourself. Come on, Belle. Belle. Come on. Come here. You gonna come down? Well, come on. Come on, girl. Come here, Belle. Benji, go over and get her down, buddy. They won't part in it. Come on, Belle, you coming? Here, let go of my shirt, Benji. I gotta go check on Mama here. Are you okay? I know it. Let me see. Hey, Rosie. You wanna tell Mama she might wanna bring some gloves just in case? Just tell her big girl is, I think she's starting. This is Bach. You guys, he's spoiled rotten. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Hey, girl. Let me hang out here with you. Where's Belle at? Guys, I don't know if you can see her. Yeah, Belle definitely loves the view from being up there. Are you going, gal? You gonna have some babies? Are you contracting? Can I see your belly? Hmm? Here. It's alright, I'm just checking you. Yes, she's getting... She's definitely losing more. Gee whiz, Belle. Why don't you get out from up there? You're making a lot of noise. Louie, the big one, he was up in the tree. Hey, baby, bring some noodles or something to get her off of that. It is echoing in here. It's loud. No, they give birth laying down. You do have some that stand when they give birth. And a lot of the people, the old timers, will call them drops because they literally drop the baby on the dirt. And the way the goat farmers, the way they control their animals is if a goat stands to give birth and she drops the baby, they'll get rid of that goat. They'll sell her to the meat market. We don't do that. We've had a couple that do birth standing, but usually if we can control it, we just keep them from breeding, just so that they don't drop a baby and hurt them. It usually doesn't hurt the baby, but we don't take the chance. But we've taken so much fence damage here. I've got, I don't know if you can see the junk I've got tied on the fence, bed frames, just anything we could find, because of the hurricane just did a number to us. Yeah, Rebel. I just seen that on there, SoCal. I like that. That definitely goes with her. You okay, girl? You your mama? You want a cookie? Let's go get a cookie. Come on, get a cookie. That gets her going. This is what happens when you bring treats out. They're all...
Cinda, you're pregnant.
She's gonna... I don't think we got long for her. She's starting to pass a lot of...
Let me see. Move, Benji. Move, baby.
I know that. I know that. Want some more? Let me see it.
Yeah.
Belle
She's talking
keeps...
to him now. That's what she's doing. She's talking to her babies.
Yeah, her temperature's already raised up. Hey, Louie. What is that, buddy?
Sophie's got it right there. Hey, Lulu. Louie. You gotta help me, Rose. You take it back.
That's a big baby right there. Let's see. Where's your baby at, Delilah?
Right here.
Oh, there he is.
He's Samson. He plays.
What's he doing, chasing her? Where'd you go, girl? Oh, she run back in here. Oh, there you are. Okay. Can you guys hear the real faint calling that she keeps doing? It's real low key. She's a very loud goat. Yeah. Yeah, the goats, they know what the cookies are. Yeah, Susan, she's definitely, the baby's coming.
Oh, let me get her some towels.
Her rear end is pushing out, and if we can keep Belle off the roof, our hoop house collapsed. It was deformed from the hurricane, and the pig destroyed her pen, and she got in here with, that's the brace that held the roof up from the hurricane damage. And the pig, we believe, knocked the brace down, and then all the big goats got on the roof of it, so we got to rebuild this. Is the baby coming? Hey, big girl, is your baby coming? We're waiting on you. Has Mama got a cookie? Mama got a cookie? Let's go see. You wanna go see? She thinks she got a cookie. She heard you come out.
I do. I got her some Tums. We give her Tums to help with the calcium just before delivery.
Hey, is that good? Is that good? Like my gloves, huh?
Yeah, Susan, she stays filled with milk.
She's a,
We've had her, 4 years, 5 years we've had her? But she's been full of milk from the first day that we got her. And we milked her for a while. We got her down. We tapered her off and got her sack down, which she's always had a bag under.
no, you're gonna come with me. We're gonna get some
And
little
then
hay.
about a month ago, she started swelling. Her bags have. And that's when we knew that she was pregnant. Other than that, with her, you can't tell when she's pregnant.
Hey, honey, do we have
Hey,
some
girl.
stall hay left?
Out on the hay pallet up under that tarp.
She
Hey,
needs
Hope.
some.
Hey, pretty girl. You can't eat the camera. Mama's gonna go get you some fresh hay, girl. Yeah, SoCal, the personalities on these goats are just, it's absurd sometimes to see just how different they are. It's unbelievable. And she's always been just a standout. Very loud, very vocal. but she does things her way. She doesn't hang out with any of the other goats. They hang out with her. She'll make her own way and they follow behind. I'm just going to keep my eye on her. They are. We love them just tremendously. This red goat right here, this is Hope. When we had rescued her, we were called about her. So we went to pick her up. And she was unable to walk. The people who had her, she climbed underneath their fence. They had a chain link fence. She was trying to feed. We know that the organization that had them. Hey Martha, thank you for joining us.
The basket I asked you to put up.
We got a baby coming.
See, they just ate the basket. Go put it up.
But Hope was stuck under the fence, and the man in the neighboring community was walking back in the woods behind the people's property. Yeah. There you go, girl. I'm just giving her an acorn. That's the only one I had. I don't got no more. We'll find you one. But Hope was stuck under the fence. And the man who lived in the community next to that business that had all the goats, he called him and told him there was a goat stuck. And he slid the goat back into their property. And he said an hour later he come back and the goat was still laying there. So he called him back to tell him. And the lady who answered the phone said something on the lines to, well, it's just nature. You know, if the goat dies, it dies. And the man got mad and he went over there and he tore the fence down and he grabbed the goat and he and his wife took it to the vet and they spent over $600 on her. And the veterinarian report, we got the report when we picked her up. The vet estimated her being under that fence between 5 to 7 days with no food or water. And she had substantial nerve damage, muscle damage. In the first 3 months that we had her here, she was unable to walk. So we kept her indoors in a big kennel. And 3 times a day we picked her up, carried her outside, and you'd have to hold her up so she could relieve herself. And going into the 4th month, it was getting to the point we didn't think she was going to pull out of it. And we stood her up and she took her first few steps. And it's just been progress from there. And now Hope, she's had 2 babies. And that's her in the middle of the screen walking toward that drum.
Hope's had 3.
Yeah, and she's got the little black baby right there in front of her. That's Hope's baby. But she's a sweetheart, and she got the name Hope. Just if you would have seen what she went through, and there was never a complaint from her. She never was upset. She was scared, but she had went through a difficult time. And her, along with several others in here, are worth a lot of money, and it's not due to having papers on them. Hope does not have papers. Belle does not have papers, but from the rescue, up here we go. Guys, I think she's starting. Hey girl, are you pushing? You getting the baby out? Let's see, mama. Yeah, you pushing. Alright guys, it's starting. It's alright. It's okay. Come on. You got it. Mama will be back out in just a second. Nobody's coming. She's contracting. I wish you'd move out a little bit. Hey big girl, you want to scoot up? Who's that? Come on, let's go in here. Let's go in here. Oh, she heard the treats. Oh, baby, she's contracting. She's laying and pushing. Just watch her.
The more we get her moving, the better chance she has of having them.
Where'd she go?
She's eating.
Oh, there she is.
Kiss.
Did you find the hay in there?
I couldn't get out down to it.
Can you get one of them old blankets out of there or something? Because she's laying in this
Right
corner. Well. Hold on, girl. You in a blanket? We need something to put down on the ground before she...
Baby's okay. That baby's bigger than the other one. Rubia.
Hold on, girl. I'm trying.
I'm coming.
Hold down.
Here, Mama.
He's
stand up.
coming.
Yeah, stand up. We need that light. Where's that light?
Here, back out. They tore it down when the roof went.
Oh, okay.
Guys, it's a little hectic. Sorry about that.
I need your arm.
We had lights in here, battery operated, but they worked fabulous, and they've torn them down.
There you go. Here you go.
Hold on, big girl.
Hang on. Just a second, baby.
Hold on, we can get you covered.
What's that noise? Come on, right here.
That's Miracle. Just calling for mama.
Come on, lay back down.
She's talking to her baby, that real faint little call.
Okay, lay back down. We'll leave
There
you
you go.
alone. We'll leave you alone for just a minute, okay? What? You want some more? You want some more? I gotta get her a bucket of water.
And she's fevered. It's not bad. She's not as hot as she was.
No, she just has to have some fresh
no.
water out here. I'll be right back.
Hold on.
Right back. Help. Yeah. I know the feeling, baby.
Let me see that. I'm gonna set this right there. Huh? She will.
Because remember last time we were watching that goat, she was moving to everywhere when I was little.
There you go. There you go. Good girl. It's okay. It's alright. Come on.
We're going to be on video. We're going to be a movie star.
Come on, girl. You got it. There you go.
Now what you have to do, just push it out. Come on, just squeeze it out.
Yeah, she's trying. Guys, I can't get no closer. This roof is collapsed and there's not a lot of head space here. Yes, they do fever some. It's not high, but their body goes into overdrive. That's one of the sheep is on the roof. I'm just saying, and it's loud. Every time she hears the back door of the house, she thinks that we're bringing them treats. We're always bringing them horse cookies out, or licorice, animal crackers. They get treats all the time. And so every time the door opens, they all go running toward the front. Stick your head near that. Miracle's playing on it, and she'll give you a knot on your noggin. Oh, she's pushing. Yeah, let me move this in case she comes back. Yeah, she's pushing. Good girl. Good girl. It's alright. I know it, girl. She's got that bubble. That's the bag the baby's in. If you guys can see it, I'm sorry. Here we go.
Okay, hang on a minute.
If you have a weak stomach, you may not want to watch it. Rosie, go in there and get the 2 flashlights. You know where they're at? Right here on the window.
Hey, baby, have some water.
Get both of them big flashlights.
There you go.
The big
Some
black
more.
ones.
There she goes.
There's the...
It's just her.
Hey, girl. No, she's bubbling out. Yeah, they SoCal, there's a lot of stuff in the wild that they cannot eat. Here, it's mainly wild cherry, and Florida's full of it. It's it's fatal to them if they eat it. But okay, thank you. Let me see that one right here. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Let me see. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. There we go. But as far as yard plants, azaleas and oleanders will kill them. It's extremely toxic to them. And so you have to be real careful with that. Normally they won't eat the azaleas or the oleanders, but we have ran into quite a few people that the goats have done that exact thing. One of them, she had babies, and she ate the azaleas, and then she nursed the babies. Well, the mother died, one of the babies died, and the other baby got really sick. And the guy who had them, when he finally figured out what it was, when Mama dropped dead, he tried to get some milk out of her before her body completely was shut off, and the milk was green foam, and it was from the azaleas. There you go, girl. You got him. Come on. Come on, big girl. That's the sack. We're going to try not to intervene unless she gets into trouble.
How's you doing, Mama?
The bag's coming.
Yes, you can do it.
It's okay, just squeeze it out,
Come on.
baby. It's beauty.
You can do it. Hey,
I'm trying to keep the light on it.
come on. Come here, sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely, Martha. Absolutely.
Yes. Keep on going. You got it.
God is so perfect in all that He does. And
Come here,
with the birth, we don't intervene unless they have trouble. This
okay.
girl's been a wonderful
okay.
mother.
It's
We've
okay.
never had,
Lay down.
she hasn't had trouble yet, and she's had several births here.
You got it going.
I'm trying to keep the,
She's like, darn it, give me some privacy.
hey girl,
Here, I'm gonna get up.
she's gonna keep moving. She's just really nervous. Rosie, don't climb up there. You're gonna scare
You're gonna
girl.
fall.
her. I don't know if you guys can see.
know.
I'm trying to reach over without stepping on her. There you go, big girl. Don't go back behind her, Rosie. Okay, we got feet.
Fluffy.
Okay, let me get over here.
Yep, that's a good thing.
I got you. See a head?
Nope, it's just the feet. I think the nose is under it.
Can I get over there and check?
You come right here by her, baby.
I want her.
I'm leaning against this.
Okay. Hey, it's
I
okay.
have to put the light down to reposition myself. Good girl.
Easy.
Good girl. There you go.
It's just a sack. I don't see anything yet.
Good girl. Good job, lady.
It's just a sack, no feet. You got
Yeah,
it.
it was feet. Let her lay back down,
Come on,
maybe,
lay
and
down.
she'll push them out.
Okay.
She's just nervous, everybody getting behind her. Good girl. Let me get right here where I can get
Let me get her a little
Rosie, don't go
feet.
behind her, because you're going to scare her and she's going to get up.
I'm
We
stuck.
don't want her. We don't want to stop it.
Oh, I see some feet.
Yeah,
Oh, I see one foot.
Come on.
Beauty. Beauty.
guys, just
Here it
I'm
comes.
trying to get to where you guys
It's
can
baby
see.
feet.
Come on, girl.
Really?
There you go. Come on, girl. You got him. There he is.
A beanbag.
He's a beanbag baby.
A beanbag.
Another beanbag baby.
Three beanbag
beanbag.
baby.
Was very busy.
Produces a lot of males. We're hoping it's a female.
I hope it's
There
a
you
girl.
go. Come on.
I hope it's a female too.
He's moving. Come on, baby. You got her.
Come on.
Good girl.
Come on, you got
There you go.
Get a hard one. Are there feet out?
No, that's
His
the
head's
head.
out.
There should be some feet.
It's just head first.
Yeah, the feet are underneath his chin right there.
I think
You
we
got
need some
it.
baby
You
hair.
got it, girl. Come on, baby. You
Ooh.
got it.
Just keep on pushing, baby.
Come on, girl.
Oh, there we go. She's squeezing it out.
Come on.
She's cleaning up her teeth too,
Come on, baby.
so the baby has
You
clean.
need me to help you?
She's good, baby. He's moving.
Okay.
Rosie, don't move that.
Don't move the bucket.
Okay.
You're gonna make her
Let me
nervous.
go get her some grain.
We don't need to interfere right now. There you go, big girl. You got it.
Looks
Come
like
on,
she
baby.
can't squeeze it out.
She can squeeze it out.
She looks a little hard for her. Tough.
It's like you trying to poop out a basketball. It'll come out eventually.
I just need to get there and
There
check
you
her
go.
feet.
And also having trouble pooping. That can happen to people. Ooh. Ooh, she's
Come on,
stretching.
girl. Come on,
It's
big
okay,
girl.
baby.
You got it. Come on, baby.
It's okay, girl. Stretch out if you have to. Stretch your legs
Come on, girl.
and then push it out like I do. when I have to.
Ellie, you got to go. She's gonna get you.
Mama,
Come on, baby.
Mama, can you get Ellie out of here?
Come on, Ellie. Come on.
So she
Me. Good girl.
Here we go.
So,
Come on, girl.
it hasn't moved. Oh, there.
Who's fixing the shootout?
Just come on, girl.
You got it, baby. Good girl. You got it. Start
You
cleaning.
got it, girl.
Here, Rosie, step over here so I can get by there.
Duck under.
Good girl.
We need to get some.
Good
Oh,
job.
yeah.
There you go. There he is.
That is a big bag.
There he is.
Beautiful.
It's life.
Oh, hallelujah. Come on.
She's cleaning the sack off its feet.
Yeah, she's gonna clean him up. There he is. Come on, get his
Don't
nose.
jinx it. It's a sheep.
I think it's a boy.
We're hoping it's a girl.
Actually, that looks just like her.
Yeah.
That is.
There we go.
Okay, use a towel.
Oh, she's got him. I know it, baby. I'm trying to put this in your eyes. Oh, hallelujah.
That's a big baby.
That's a mom baby. Looks just like her.
That should be a
He's
girl.
sneezing.
That should be a girl.
Hey, I think she's got another in there. She's awful
Yeah, she has another one.
swollen.
That thing's big.
We may have twins, guys.
Yeah, we made
Rosie,
it.
get down because if they step on you, on
If
top
they
of
step
there,
on that, it's gonna hurt you.
that looks just like her.
In an awkward position, just trying to keep the light out of the baby's eyes. There he is.
I think that's one baby.
Well, that's one right there. She can only take care of one at a time.
While she's doing that, I gotta go get the betadine. I'll be right back.
All right. All right.
Oh, good Lord.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, hallelujah. Good. That looks just like her mom.
Yeah, it looks just like Mama, don't it?
Yeah. Looks like Big Mama. Big Mama. I was
Praise God. Come on.
I was about to say Big Mama twin.
Yeah, it looks just like her.
Yeah, it's just the face.
And she was exposed to the other Nubians that we have in the back, the males. A lot of the breeding that we've done this year was intentional. Hers was. But Beanbag, he got into here when we was gone and we got home, and he was in here having a field day with the girls. So we didn't know if he got her also. That looks like a Malachi baby.
Yeah, that's a Malachi baby. Finally, we have a Malachi baby. Finally.
Yeah. We'll have to see once she gets him cleaned up.
Okay, let's see.
It's alright, girl. It's okay.
Baby. Scary. It's a beauty baby. A miracle. I'm glad to see a baby hatch again.
He's already tired. Look at him yawning.
He's tired, baby. Big Mama's gonna be watching her baby no matter what. She won't leave that baby.
Yeah, this mama right here, we had a couple of dogs we was trying to get accustomed to the goats as guardian dogs. And Big Girl here had her baby out here, and she wore them two dogs out. She doesn't play when it comes to dogs.
It's adorable.
Let me see if I can set this light where it's not gonna blind her. Yeah, don't mess with her. Let her get done cleaning, okay? So we don't want her to lose that bond. She's got to make bond with that baby right now. It's real important.
I wonder if they're gonna be attached to each other, like stuck.
No. I know it, girl. You got another one in there?
So, yeah, I don't see two babies.
And she's cutting the cord now.
She's cutting the cord.
Yeah.
The goat's cutting the cord.
Good job, big girl. Good job.
Check out some baby goats. I'll be back, Big Mom. Are you good enough to try it?
There he is. There we go.
Jeez. Blood.
Here we go. I'm trying to.
Here we go. Oh, we got some blood sacks.
Yeah, she'll clean him up.
That's blood on that baby. Jeez, Louise. That's really
Oh, yeah.
weird.
Yeah, this little thing would be standing about 20 minutes.
Yeah, just like this other goat had, the little baby one that you showed on the video.
She'll get him cleaned up. He'll start trying before he's clean. That's why they do it they clean them in such a fast fashion. If they get up on their feet, they're gone. They take off hopping and wobbling.
Sack.
Oh, absolutely, Rick. Absolutely, buddy. We are so attached to the animals, and there's so much that we've learned since the Holy Spirit put us doing this. And it's just such gratitude in seeing the birth of them. It never gets old. We're gonna see what the sex is once she
Is
gets
it
him
boy or
cleaned
girl?
up. I don't know.
I bet you that's Splinter, baby.
I see.
Malachi. So we put Malachi with her.
I like the way Rick said it. He said it in a nice way. Good job, Rick.
Mm-hmm. And this is our family from YouTube that's on here. They're watching too.
I'm glad.
Yeah, don't you let on top of me.
You know, that's Belle. She's straddling him to keep him safe.
Yeah, she's in a rush.
He's got the Nubian ears, that's for certain.
No, she Nubian. Looks just like her.
Yeah, it's just
He's talking to her. It didn't take him long for her to get his nose cleaned.
Here's a suction syringe.
I don't think we need it with him. I mean, she is
She's
working
got another
him
one
over.
coming.
Yeah, I'm
She
sure.
has a sack
Good
stuck
job,
to
big
her.
girl.
Hey, girl, you
Boy or
really
girl?
well
I don't know.
done.
I'm gonna wait till she gets him cleaned up, and he'll turn in a minute.
Nope,
He's
you're not
a
in
little
here.
guy.
Come on, Rebecca. That's way back.
And that looks like a
Come on.
girl.
She just looking. She wants to see who the new member of the family is.
That looks like a girl.
That's Rebecca. She's wanting to see.
She's pregnant.
Yeah.
It looks like
Let's see.
a girl. Actually, that is a girl. It looks like it. I'm seeing the belly. That's a girl. We got a girl.
You sure?
Yeah, that looks like a girl. Looks
I
like
don't know.
maybe.
It's hard to tell when they're itty bitty.
Yeah, it looks like a girl.
It's easy to tell.
Oh, that's a girl. That's a girl. I see
Much
little
money.
teeth. I see little teeth. That's
The
a girl.
boys have them too.
Yeah, the boys have them also.
Okay, it's okay.
Don't get smushed.
You gotta see if they're belly or butt. If their little private
think
part
it's a
is
girl.
the belly, it's a boy. If it's the butt, it's a girl.
I think it's a girl.
Oh,
I didn't see the thing.
SoCal says cigars all around the
I
world.
think it's a boy. That looks like a boy.
Yeah, amen. Amen. Hey, girl.
Adult
I
beverages.
got you.
Tell them adult beverages.
Oh, I hope it's a girl.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
I believe it is.
I was wrong. I think it's a girl.
Definitely it's not Beanbag. He's got the dark eyes. Oh,
Well,
I
that's
can't-
her
I can't
eyes.
see. I can't see.
Okay, well, hang on. I gotta get over here and look. Everybody, excuse me 1 minute.
Yeah, he's wanting to stand.
You. It's a
a girl.
I was right.
Oh, hallelujah.
I was right.
Okay, I just got goat stuff
I
in
don't know
my
if you
hair.
guys heard that.
Yeah.
She's a girl.
I was right. Great. Good. Rosie winner. I was right. I was
she's
thinking of
pretty.
a girl. I was thinking of a girl because I didn't see the. I was looking at the belly. I didn't see
Yeah.
the thing.
Gumdrop.
Gumdrop where?
That's her name.
Gumdrop?
Gumdrop.
Yeah. then if she has another baby, it's gonna be my turn to name the next baby. And if it's a girl, I'm
We're on a candy spree. Her name's Gumdrop.
Gumdrop.
Guys, she's dropped that baby, and I don't know if you can see how big. She's still swollen.
She's passing. She
So
might
we're
just
gonna.
She might just have one, but
She's a big goat anyway. We're gonna hang out with her for a little while and see if we get another
that's a
one.
beanbag baby. Look at the eye.
No, that's not a baby.
No, on the other side. Look at the
Oh,
eye.
hallelujah! Thank you, SoCal.
That is. He's not a Malachite. She's not a Malachite baby. That's a beanbag baby.
She said adorable.
Let's see.
Well, he must be right.
Oh, she
She's
got her
adorable.
nose in the dirt.
Here,
Oh, got it in there again.
hang on.
Oh,
Get
that
over
rocky
here.
baby.
I'll show you. Just
Yeah,
give me
just-
1 second here.
See if you can pull the blanket over, baby, where she ain't laying in it. It's all on the other side of her head. There you go.
See, beanbag baby.
No, it's brown.
No,
Oh, the
beanbag
patch.
baby. Yeah,
That's right.
beanbag baby.
Can you,
I think Marikai.
with the blanket spread out over there a little more, just so she doesn't fall over in that nastiness. It's got poop in that also.
Ew.
Hang on a minute. There you go. There you go. There you go. I have to grasp hold. Oh darn it! I'm sorry, baby.
I'm just trying to keep her from falling in the dirt and getting nastier. There we
Watch your
go.
head, Rosie.
That'll work.
It's okay. I didn't hurt. I'm a hard head.
You are.
Good job, big girl.
Yeah,
Good
big
job.
mama. Okay, now I gotta get up.
Your new mama again. Man.
Ow! I'm up.
I'm not
Score.
Score, mama.
All right, let's see.
See the words you
We're gonna have to make sure that her sacks are free.
She's coming out with another one.
I think so. I hope so.
Let's let her. She's gonna stop labor while we're in here. So let's.
Guys, I'm gonna keep the live stream going. We think she has another one. I'm gonna step out and we're gonna get away from her for a few minutes and let her get her settled down. But we're thinking she's gonna lay down and go for round 2, so we're just gonna give her a break for a minute. But the live stream will remain on. I'm so thankful you guys were able to witness that. It's such a beautiful thing. We got these two little guys. They've been having at it for the longest time, trying to establish that chain of command.
That's Jessie and Fancy.
Jesse.
No, Jessie and Fancy.
Jesse Fancy.
Yeah.
So the white ones,
Yeah,
It's Delilah's.
yeah, that's Delilah's.
the Delilah's, and looks like we got another big one. Maybe. Oh, she's
Come here, Annie. Annie.
Well, looks like we're having a go fight.
Hey, girl. It's okay. You don't get in that. Let the kids play. Come here, girl.
Don't forget Gracie.
You
Hello
have to be out
guys, this
here
is
because
Gracie.
of somebody has to be out here watching the Bushy Field. They're not going that.
No, she ain't gonna bother. There's SoCal said instead of Bell, it should be Rebel, like Rebel.
Good one.
Definitely is one, that's for sure.
Yes.
Good, Bill.
SoCal, this one here, Belle, her first birthing, it was an emergency delivery. We had to take her to the vet, and they hit us for the overtime since it was a weekend, and they had to cut her from up here all the way around. She had to have emergency C-section. She had triplets, but her cervix was petrified, and so the little male, with her contractions, he had severe internal brain injuries from her pushing on him, and it was pushing her head, or his head, against the cervix, which it ended up, he lived about 15 minutes after birth, and the other two did survive, but they had to give Belle a hysterectomy, and she won't have babies no more, but she'll be with us. There's Lily Ellie. Louie, Louie.
Louie.
Oh, I thought we had another one going into labor. And if you guys didn't see earlier, this is Sophie. We come home from church today and she was cleaning that little guy. And she had him inside the feed bowl and was cleaning him. And I'll show you the daddy real quick. He's a little male. I'll show you the daddy to Sophie's baby and Delilah's baby. This is him right here, this white one. Hey, Beanbag. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's Beanbag. That's how we know his baby's in bright blue eyes. We've got three blue eyes now. We got him. This guy here is Phil. And then we got this little bitty fella right here, Buster. And he's blue-eyed. But they're the only blue-eyed ones we have. This one here coming, this is Malachi. This is the one that I think is the daddy to the baby that was just born. It's hard to tell looking on the screen at him, but he's large. The top of his back is right at my belt on my pants. He's a big boy. That's a 5-foot chain link fence that they're behind. And that one in the middle back there is Cookie. And that one's RJ. He doesn't have ears. He was mauled by a pig when he was a baby, and it ate his ears and horns off. His horns grew back, but they're deformed. Hey, RJ. Hey, buddy. You want to say something? You gonna talk to me? But that's RJ. And that goat there is a blessing. He spent 2 weeks in the vet, and 3 veterinarians told us that he was not going to make it, and we laid hands on that little fella and prayed over him, prayed in the Holy Ghost, and here he is today. He's had, I believe, 14 babies that he's put off, and it's been 100% success. No stillbirths, no deformities. Belle, come here, girl. You want Cookie? Nope. She's going after the acorns.
Where's that dog at?
He's way in the back. You guys need to stop that mess. Oh, I'm sorry, SoCal. I didn't see you asking about Samson. Samson is Delilah's baby. I'm looking for him now. I'm not trying to make you guys dizzy.
He's back under the house. He said.
My head doesn't turn very far, so I have to twist my whole body. And just out of habit, I'm spinning the camera with me. Hold on, Petey. She's been putting him underneath the shed right there, but I don't see him. I think he's...
I'll show you. Oh.
Well, I don't see Delilah. Oh, there she is. Oh, he's with her. They're way down there.
Yep. Hey, Delilah, come on.
Hey, Abby. She ain't paying no mind. Oh, I forgot about Abby. She's blue-eyed. Beanbag. Beanbag is Samson's father, but Abby is Beanbag's mother. And Abby is little. I don't know if you can tell by my hand. She is tiny. These are half-grown turkeys, and you can see how small Abby is compared to them. She's a little bitty goat. She's a little bigger than a house cat, and she's 4 years old. She's full grown. But that's Beanbag's mother, so that would be Samson's grandmother. Yeah. There's Samson. Roscoe, what are you doing, buddy? Come here. What are you doing? This guy right here rides with me in the car. He used to live inside, but with the adoption, the state said that they're farm animals, that they're livestock, and we had to kick him out. But it was a choice between keeping him in and losing our granddaughter, or putting him in the yard and getting her back home. There's Samson. That little guy's a firecracker.
You try to show him his little human picture up under by his shoulder.
Yeah, he's playing. He feels good. He's 2 days old today.
He was born day before yesterday.
So he's 2 days old. So that baby would be 2
And
days
there's
old.
Ellie.
You see his little human right there on his shoulder?
That's Esther. And there's Esther's baby, Miracle.
Honey, you see his little human on his shoulder there?
Yeah. He's having a field day. But he's going to be a big boy. His she's a big goat, and Beanbag's his daddy. We got a few others in the front up there. There's Ellie. We had to,
I can't bend down to it. I hurt myself.
Kim had to do CPR on her because she died at birth, and they brought her back. Her mother refuses to raise her, so we had to raise her. And that little goat's been to church with us 5 or 6 times during her bottle feeding days. And these guys right here, these are just some of the babies that were getting beat up from the bigger ones. We moved them up here. Yeah, Rick, it's these little guys, when they get fired up, they go nuts.
Rosie, I need you to get a bath.
Yeah, so Cal, we keep a sharp eye on the inbreeding, and we've only got a couple of goats in the back, intact males that are related to the females up here. It's not many, but when we're ready to breed, they're not part of the equation. We do controlled breeding, with the exception of this year when Beanbag got loose, and that's the reason for all the Beanbag babies. Thank you, Crystal. We just Crystal, did you see the baby that was just born? He's fussing. Hold on, Rosie. Hold on just a minute. Let me get over here. Hey, big girl. Where's your
Gotta get him
baby?
up.
Where's he at?
Right there.
Gotta get him up.
He doesn't look good.
Here, hold it. Hold this. Hold it on it. Shut it on it.
Let's see.
We gotta get him up. Come on, let's get him up. Come on.
Can I hold the flashlight?
Hold on just a minute, Rosie. You can't put it in that baby's eyes.
Come on. Come on. Oh, baby, go get up. He's got one. She's got. Come on. Stand up. Here you go. Got to stand up.
Get her up.
Here you go. Good going. Welcome to the world, little one.
Welcome to this new world. You are born in the world of love.
You want to go to mommy? Here. Come on, let's get going, nursing. Come on. Here. Let's get it going.
Maybe is she plugged up?
Yeah. She won't be for long.
She doesn't have any milk, I guess.
There.
Oh, there we
There
go.
you go. Come on.
I want goat milk.
Oh, you gotta get that colostrum in you. Come on.
I want goat milk, Dad.
No,
don't want that.
Can't have this goat milk. This is colostrum. Baby's got to have that.
Drink it.
That's the magic. That's the power. There he
There you go.
goes.
There he goes. He's nibbling. He's
There you
nibbling,
go.
guys. What a miracle. What a miracle.
Maybe, well, if she'll turn to get him on the other side.
See, guys, we got a baby born goat, and he's nibbling.
That's the side she's heavy on right here.
We gotta get her, milk her down.
When we was milking
I know you're hard,
Big
baby.
Girl, she was putting out almost a gallon a day. This goat is incredible. And yeah, Crystal, she's an amazing mother. We had 2 dogs we were
Stand up.
working with to teach them to be guardians, to get them used to the goats, to get them out here, just to make sure we don't have a problem with them going after the goats. And
I'm sorry.
Big Girl had a baby, much bigger, much older than this one, and she wore them 2 dogs out. Here, Rosie, back up just for a second.
Okay. Now that we know that she'll be okay. Let's go.
I'm just watching what Daddy does.
I'm gonna go make
Oh,
some soup.
Don't knock her in the water
I gotta
bucket.
come out and milk her in a minute.
Here, let me see. Can I get that bucket, Big Girl?
Oh, you smell me. She cleaned me.
Hey, girl. I'm gonna move this bucket.
I just got cleaned by a mama goat. Guys, I just got licked by her on the hand.
Yeah, it's good.
Why is she licking me? Want me to hold the flashlight, Dad?
No, I got it.
Oh. It's adorable, Big Mama.
Yes,
Dad, why'd she lick me on the hand?
I think she's gonna be pushing another one.
That didn't hurt.
Rosie, go look in the laundry room where the old goat blankets are. Piled up, the stack of blankets right there by that door.
I don't know what that is. You want me to go
Go in
outside?
that door right there, and you'll see blankets on the ground. Grab one of them blankets. Okay, just make sure it's one of the clean ones. I'm sorry, guys. We just want to get. I want to get a clean blanket in here because I think she's got another baby. If you got a weak stomach, I apologize. I'm so sorry for showing you all of this, but we honor life. Hey, Big Girl. This is one of the sweetest goats. She's a blessing. I know it, girl. You're in a cleaning mood, ain't you? Let me see. We don't want you to fall over. We need to get you somewhere clean. We'll end up having to move her and the baby out. Where is it, girl? You hear something?
We have a big blanket.
Okay, here, just set it right on top right here for a second. I need you to, you want to get Mama out here for a minute?
Yeah, sure. Oh, she's digging. Good job.
Yep, she's trying to make a bed. Hold on, big girl. I'm sorry, guys. That was my sister calling. I'm recording on my phone. I apologize for that. Hey, one of us gonna have to get this straightened out and get some clean blankets down. She's trying to bed down. I think she's got the other one coming. I just can't
I got that.
keep this
Rosie,
going.
Rosie, you're gonna have to bend down and get that blanket. I bring out another
No,
blanket.
no, we don't need her dragging it over the top of the baby.
Well, I wanted to.
Well, here, hold this, and I'll take care of all of that.
I got it. Ouch.
Okay.
No, Rosie, I got this.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
If you hit any of them buttons on there, it's gonna knock us out.
Okay.
Yeah, Crystal, that's what it was. That was the ringer for my sister.
Take this and put it.
I forgot to hold on just a minute,
Okay.
because we got to get Mama back, and then we got to lay that out. We can put the baby and her on it.
Okay. So. Wait.
Let me see. Is Tina here? Oh. I'm sorry, guys. Normally when it's been a while since I've done a live stream. We've been so busy, and normally I turn on or turn off my airplane mode to where I can't receive calls, and I forgot to do it this time. I apologize. I've got to get this blanket down, but I'm kind of in an awkward position. I've only got one hand, sort of.
Want me to hold one?
Now look, you gotta hold this, okay? Do not, here, hold this, okay? Don't let it turn. Do you see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you gotta keep it on and don't move it around. You can't shake it, all right?
Okay.
So that they can see what's going on. Let's see. Let me see if I can get this set somewhere. I know, girl. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get you set up. Hold on, gal. Guys, give me just a minute. I'm gonna try to get her. Here, big girl. Here, baby. Here, you see. Here, you see. Here, you see. Let's see if we can get this little girl. Let me see. I'm just gonna move her right here.
This
Here we
baby
go.
was born very
we go.
beauty to God and the country. Everybody loves everybody.
Okay. Well, now I got the light stuck. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Okay. Here, hold this. Put it out. Let's see.
Look at her.
Yeah, she's getting up. Well, right
Sorry guys, just gotta put the blanket down for them.
here, girl.
There we go.
Here, we're trying to get you a little bit of something. It's kind of clean. She's pawing hard. I think she's got another one.
She hasn't passed the afterbirth of that one yet. It's gonna be a
Sorry,
long night.
guys. Yeah, SoCal, I think it will be around 2 on this one.
Ding.
Maybe.
Because she is large. She's still quite large. But she hasn't passed the remainder of that birth.
Once she starts nursing, it'll cause her to have contractions, and then it'll help stop. It'll help her pass it. Okay. Don't paw her. We need to
You don't
leave
have to
them
mess up your blanket.
Well,
We
no,
need to leave them be.
you have to keep an eye on her so she don't bury him in the blanket and smother him.
Yep. We gotta put some over here so Beulah doesn't come in here.
Did you get that other light that was there?
Yeah.
We gotta get that.
Come on, Reggie.
Sorry about all the noise, guys. See who the culprit is. Bell, get down from there.
Get up. Get
Come on.
it. Move it. Get. Me. Come on.
I'm gonna give her a few minutes and see if she
Mama, can you get her
will
some
start the
milk?
second birth.
Just stop her so she can get down.
She can
And
get down.
there's-
She's trying to eat the tree.
There's Beulah, and this pig is blind and
No,
Uh,
it cleared itself up.
she's blind in
Is
it.
she blinded?
I'm the one that...
Her left eye, what you're looking at, the right side of the screen, that eye. This one here is blind.
I'm the one that puts her out.
If you get on this side, she'll bite the camera.
Where's our bacon?
But we've got her, and then we got 2 goats that were abused, and they're both blind in the same eye, in their left eye.
Can you tell
You
me
see what that says right there?
what it says?
South California Forest Ninjas. He said, "Good job, Rosie,"
Well, why do you say good job, Rosie?
because you was holding the camera in the light.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yay!
See, she's happy.
Gail.
I picked out that pig. She's a big girl.
Come here, Gail.
Yep, everybody's getting with her.
Me.
You see that just for a minute, buddy.
I gotta go make. We're having a can of chicken noodle soup. My back hurts.
Yeah, it's all about her. That's Bach, this guy right here. And this one is Thomas. That one back there and that one, those are wild turkeys, the Florida Osceola turkeys, and they're mean. They're quite mean. Daisy, come on, Daisy. She's gonna get you. Get out of there. Come on, girl. Come on, back up. Come on, back up. Come on, you got to go. You can't be in here. Big girl ain't gonna handle that. You okay, gal? Where's your baby at? There she is. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, she's dirty.
Oh, what adorable baby. Let's see what it says.
See what SoCal says? You go, girl.
Thanks.
She says thanks. She's up under there.
Oh!
We're gonna have to. Here, hold this. Let me take care of
Holy
this baby.
Be
Keep it straight, baby.
I am.
Hold this.
Okay.
Here, here, go. Let me see your baby, okay? Because you're gonna end up burying her. Come here, baby. Come here, little one.
She'll end up
Come here.
chomping her.
Let's
Now.
get you out here. Let's get her out here. Come on, I got your baby. Come on. Come on. Let's see. I wonder if we can get her up front. Come on. Come on. Come on, I'm not taking you, baby. Come on. Just go up front. We got a good place for you. I know. Come on.
Come on,
Come
me.
here. Come here, big girl.
No smell.
Look. Here's the baby. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. There you go. Good girl. Come on. Come on. We're going to put her up here. Come on. Come on, big girl. Look. Look what I got. Here's your baby. Come on. Come on, girl. Good girl. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on, big girl. Look here. Look what I got right here. Here she is. See there?
Oh, perfect love.
Come on. Come on. Let's go to the front. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Well, come on. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on. I'm not taking the baby. I'm taking you and the baby. Come on. Yeah, busy. Come on, girl. Come here. Big girl. Look here. Look, come here. Come on, baby.
I am not a camera person.
Hey, Rosie. Rosie.
Yes, sir.
When I get her in, you need to close it. Them in here or them in here. Come here, big girl. Look here, baby. Come here. Come here, big girl. Come here, Molly. Come here. Come on. Come here.
Go.
Come on, girl. Come
Go.
on, girl.
Go.
Come on, girl.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
Come on, girl.
Come
Come on.
on. Come on, big
Come
mama.
on, big girl.
Come
Look
on.
here. Look what I got. Come on. There you go. Come on.
Hurry
Come
up.
on. Come here, baby. Come here, big girl. Come here.
Come here. Come here, big girl. She's not used to being up front.
Well, come on. Come on. Come on. Come here, baby.
Put her down on the ground.
Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, Molly. Come on.
Look, you have to get in. You have to get in. I'll have to hold the gate.
Come here, girl. Come here, big girl. Come on, big girl.
Put her down. Let her see her.
Come here.
Right there.
Hey, look here, baby. Come here.
I got it.
There you go. Look at here. There you go.
Mom, want me to hold the camera?
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Hold on, baby.
Let's see what the camera says.
Come on, baby. Come up here. Rosie, come around. Come on, big girl. Yeah, come on. There you go.
Let's see what the camera says.
Go check and see what if Daddy's sister's up at the cars there. We need the flashlight. That's Molly.
Yeah, Molly. She was a pretty goat. She
still is a pretty goat.
Good girl.
and she grew. When babies grow, they get bigger. Oh, wanna stop?
Come on, big girl. Come on, big girl. Come on, baby. Come on, big girl. Hey, come on, baby. Lift you. Come on. Come on. Come on, girl.
I hope she doesn't.
Come on, big girl. Come on. Come on, big girl. There you go. Come on, baby. Up here. Come on. Come on, big girl.
Oh, look where she's.
Yeah. Come on, big girl. Come on, over here. Look. Come on. Come on.
Rat.
Come here, baby. There you go.
I need some light in there, so
Oh.
here you go.
All right, guys. Sorry about that.
Rosie, let me get you.
We couldn't keep her in the back there. Oh, Molly. Here's Molly. Call Tina. Baby. And just let her know I'm live streaming.
Get out of the way, big girl. Come on.
This little fat one right here, that is one of Sophie's babies.
Yeah, Sophie.
And she's over a year old. And she is tiny. You can see she isn't a whole lot bigger than that baby.
Come on, don't move out of the way. Come on, you move out of the way. Come on,
She's
Mom.
right. Ellie just wants to see her.
Oh.
Come on, Rosie. Come in here. Let her get accustomed to where she's at.
Hey, Lightning, you can go see her. I know. Yeah, I saw. You know what's hilarious that I know these people would laugh at?
Mm-hmm.
I saw right in the bowl that they're eating on it. It looked like a rat,
Right.
but it was a rat, but it looked like a bird's head.
Hey, Ryan. I see you made it.
You see?
Sorry, buddy. I haven't been paying attention to the screen.
Where's the side of me?
We've had the new baby born, and the mama where she had her at is in the collapsed shelter in the back, and so we moved her up here where she wouldn't have the baby in all the poop and the dirt, and because we believe she's got another one on board, and I'm pretty sure that we'll be getting another baby here soon from her. I could be wrong, but it's sure looking that way. I'm gonna try to keep it live as long as I can, unless it gets to where we can't see much. It's getting dark pretty quick. But guys, thank all of y'all for joining me on this. I'm so grateful. Just, you have no idea. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you guys. It makes it that much more worthwhile just to have the support from you all. It means a lot to me. Thank you tremendously. She still got afterbirth, and she hadn't passed it from this one yet, but she will. She'll settle down here in a little bit, and she won't be so stressed out. I'm gonna let her be for a little while. Yeah, she's definitely hungry. Maybe we're gonna have to check Big Girl's teeth, the small one on that left side. Thank you, Martha. Thank you for being here with us. I'm glad we called it. We've missed 2 birthings, one after the other. The first one, it happened. We got up late. We spent the night in the hospital and didn't get home till after midnight, and then I had to be up I was supposed to have been up at 5 o'clock so we can get Rosie up and off to school, and I didn't wake up till almost 6 o'clock, and we looked out back, and Delilah had the baby laying there and was cleaning him up, and we had just enough time to go out there and check on the baby and check on Mama, and then I had to take off and get her to school. And then the second one, that was 2 days ago, and the second one was today. We had an extra long church service, and we got home pretty late, and we went straight out back, and Sophie was cleaning the baby, so we had just missed it. But this is the newest one. She's getting around good now. Just needed a little boost. She's hungry, and she's learning the call. Oh, Mama just run that one off. Now this mother here is very protective. She's talking to the baby now.
Okay. Let me get over here and get that.
It's the smaller teat on this side.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get it open.
It's up there right at her head, but you hadn't quite figured it out.
Easy, girl. Easy, girl. Don't kick me.
She'll lift her leg up for you.
Hang on.
She's just trying to
I gotta get it.
see if I can get where you guys can see. She's trying to clear the ducts in the
It's
teat.
cleared. This one's gotta come out. We need some of this.
Ellie, you better go. Big girl's gonna get you.
We'll have to milk this up. I know you're sore. I know you're sore, baby.
Ooh, don't knock the baby down.
Well, she'll take care of it. She'll get that baby cleaned up, and y'all better move. She's gonna get you. She's getting after the other goats.
Okay, I gotta get up.
It's all little goats in here. All right.
Ow. Okay, I've done my not listening to doctor instructions for the day.
Here, Rosie, back out, because big girl's nervous. These guys are coming in.
Come on, Ellie.
She'll get them out. They got to understand that there's a new boss in the house for right now. We'll keep big girl and the baby up here for probably another week or two, and once the baby's doing good and strong, then we'll put them back in with the rest of the girls.
I'm tempted to move the other ones up here.
SoCal said for you to take it easy.
Gotcha.
Oh, absolutely, Crystal. You're welcome. You guys, all of y'all are very welcome. Thank y'all for being part with us. I mean, you guys are our extended family. And it makes everything that much better for us, that much more heartfelt when you have the support of so many others. We live in a weird community. We don't have any neighbors. We have forest, somewhat wooded on each side of us, but we're literally right on the highway. Our front yard is, but it's that side of us it's wooded up to the intersection, which is about I'm guessing around 800 to 900 yards, and then behind us there's a lake. I don't know if you can see it through the trees, but there's a lake way back there. Our property goes back a pretty good ways. It does not go to the water. We don't have as much land here as we'd like to have. We do have 10 acres that is surrounded by forest, but we have a lot of activity up there from the big guys, and there's some other really weird, creepy stuff that's been happening up there, and we don't want to move the goats up there without us being there to watch them. Johnny McLean, thank you. God bless you. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for watching.
Let's see
Okay, now it's time to get you a bath and get you some soup. Oh.
I don't think she's pushing anymore. Hey, big girl, just me.
We gotta get her.
It's okay.
Watching too. I'm sorry, Molly, but you can't. You don't have to. Do not
See?
kick your baby.
She's nervous because you're coming in there, Rosie. You gotta back up.
Come on.
She'll come out. Big girl will get on to her in a minute. She'll come out.
You don't want to get hit by her, because I almost got hit by that big girl.
Yeah, that's a big goat.
A big goaty
She's
girl.
very protective.
And she's very, very.
But we're gonna
very
come back
sweet.
here in just a little while and we'll check on the babies, especially this new one, and see how Mama's doing. I was so anxious to catch one of these birthings on video to have you guys join us. There's I don't know if you guys can see back there. That's the boys' shelter, their hoop house. It's behind the chicken pen, so it's blocked. But they have a light. I got a solar light put inside that for them. So whenever they move in there at night, the light comes on and it stays on, I believe, 30 seconds. But just in case there's any problems, you know, the goats sound off. You know without a doubt when there's any issues back here, whether it's coyotes on the outside fence or even an owl coming in looking for a baby. You know the goat's cut up. Well, we know automatically if it's in the boys' pen because their light comes on, and it just makes it that much easier to be able to check. But you guys, thank y'all. I can't thank you enough. I'm tickled that we actually caught the birthing and you guys were able to take part in it. I'm beside myself. I'm so thankful. But we've got more babies coming. We got more mamas that are pregnant. We've got a couple more. One is due right now, and it could happen tomorrow. It's going to happen very soon, and I'm going to try to live stream it. That mother, she's kind of wild. She doesn't let us handle her, so it's going to be a little difficult with her. We've got to be real careful, real slow in our movements.
Hey, pretty girl. Come on, pretty girl.
And so we don't want to stress her out to where she ends up stepping on her own baby. Hey, little girl.
Name's Lightning. Lightning. She's a pretty girl. One of my mom's friends gave it to us, and well.
Yeah, Johnny, we definitely gotta do some yard changing. You see what SoCal says?
Yeah, what do you say?
He said to tell Rosie to hug all the goats for him.
Okay.
So you got a job tomorrow.
Dang it. I gotta go to school tomorrow.
And see, Martha says thank you. And to be blessed. God bless you, Martha. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for watching this video.
See, Rick says, God bless you and your beautiful family. Remember to get your rest, Kim, and it's been great meeting Rosie. You see, this is our extended family. These guys right here.
Yeah.
That's the reason we do this. You know, these are good people.
Dad, can we also do a video of me?
Yeah, we'll do videos of you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take one more walk back and just. I hate the traffic noise.
And traffic noise hurts my ears a little bit.
Through the adoption and the hurricane, we have literally been set back almost 2 years with what our plans were. We were going to put a pole barn up at the 10 acres. We don't own it outright. We are making payments on it. And I guess we're about a third of the way through with the payments. We picked it up. It was really cheap. It was covered in trash. A lot of just horrible trash. People were dumping on it. And I think it was right at $28,000. And we put $4,000 down on it. We had saved up, and we've been paying on it almost 3 years at $255 a month. But our initial plans were to put a pole barn up there and get power on the power pole, and then get a well. The well's dug, but somebody stole the pump, so we got to put another well pump on it and get electric fence up, and just a strong perimeter fence. And then we're going to move the goats up there and maybe spend the weekend up there with them and then load them up and bring them all home. We're not going to leave them anywhere without us being there. But as we journey through this with these goats and with these forest giants that we keep running into, I'm going to try to bring you guys along with us every step of the way. I will post anything that we get as far as updated videos. Oops, all these babies fussing. Oh, it's okay, big girl. We're just looking.
I'm just looking, make sure you're okay.
Yeah, she's right. She's just nervous because the other goats.
Yeah, she's protected of her baby.
But we'll have new videos coming. We did get a call from our attorney this past Friday, I believe. Thursday or Friday. And she is aiming for this week for finalization of the adoption. And oh, praise God, if that goes through, I can't tell you how happy we'll be. But as soon as that gets done and over with, then we'll be able to start putting some money back into the repairs around here and the structures. The only one that we have to get replaced is the girls' structure, which is that dilapidated thing right there. The hurricane banged it up pretty bad, but it was still a good shelter for them. And then the pig knocked the brace down from the inside because it did collapse during the hurricane, but we got it lifted back up. And the brace we had, it was tied off, it was secured. And that doggone pig, she destroyed her pen and got out, and then she knocked the brace down, which caused the roof to collapse. And then all the big goats, our climbers, got on it.
Say hi to Froggy.
And they ended up caving the roof the rest of the way in. We were hoping we can at least get through half the winter before making the repairs, and now it's kind of priority. We got to get it done before winter hits, and before we're supposed to have a really wet winter here, and I've got to get it done before that starts because they don't have much for a dry area now, or something to keep the wind off of them. But that's our next plan. But we'll keep you guys posted. I will be posting short update videos as we go. When we start the building process of the hoop house, I am going to video that. It's not a difficult process to look at it. It's kind of hard for some people to understand how I put it together, but I want to share it because it is so simple and you can do it for literally nothing. We've already got the canvas to go over the top, and I've got the post to go on the ground. I've got the cable clamps to connect the stop, Rosie, please. I've got the cable clamps to connect the wire panels together. We've got everything we need except for the panels. This wire right here, this is the panels that we use to build the hoop house. But I want to show you guys how I built it. A lot of you probably figured it out right away. I can't hold the light and show you at the same time. There we go. This is 1/4-inch bar, 6-inch holes, and it's flimsy, but when you bend it like an arch, it's incredibly strong. But that's what I do. We take them and I bend them like an arch, and we go down the length of however long the wall is. I build the walls out of pallets, and I reinforce them with poles at each end on the inside, and the pallets are all screwed together, and then the wire is screwed to the pallets, and then we connect them together with hose or cable clamps, and then I stretch the canvas over it. We do the bottom first, the sides, we put canvas on them, and then I put a canvas over the top and overlap it so the water doesn't run in. This one survived two major storms. Hurricane Michael was the last one. It's still standing, and it had a good chunk of this tree here was on top of it. but there's no leaks. It doesn't leak any water at all inside, and it's still standing. But I'll share that with you guys here soon. As soon as we can get the funds up to build that. I'm a couple $100 short of making that happen, but it will happen soon. And we'll keep you guys updated as we go. And I'm going to share as much as I can with you. Because if it can help one of you guys, then in my mind, I've done a tremendous service. And we've got to help one another. We're in this together. Well, guys, thank y'all so much. Yeah, so Cal, that was Petey, the dog. He's our rescue. Come on, Rosie, let's go in here so she can be with her baby. That's right. Frog, he'll pee on you.
I don't care.
Hey, Petey.
I kissed frogs before.
Yeah, this guy right here, this is Petey. We rescued him and we thought was a sibling, but it's not. But she looks just like him. They were abused quite badly. He was around 10 weeks old when we got him. It was right before the hurricane, 2 weeks before the storm hit. And the other one is, well, that's my old girl there, but the other one's inside.
Right there, she's right there at the door.
Well, guys, I'm fixing to kill the live stream. I don't want to show you guys my mess. I'm kind of embarrassed by it. We got so much garbage here, and it's expensive hauling all this off to the dump, and we just got to get a little better standing. But you guys have a good night. Thank y'all. I can't thank you enough. God bless you, and thank you for joining us. And I'll be posting updates on the baby. And as soon as we have the mothers that are pregnant now, as soon as they start giving birth, I will live stream it if we can catch it. And it's very hard to put a heads up video on that, because when it starts, a lot of times it starts really fast. But I just wanted to acknowledge you guys and thank y'all for joining us. Rick, thank you. SoCal, Crystal, Jami, you guys, all of you guys that are on here, I love each and every one of you. God bless you. Thank you tremendously. And hopefully, by the time all this is said and done, oh, sorry about that. But once it's all said and done, we'll be at the new location. And hopefully we won't have to deal with the hurricanes. We actually had a pretty green yard, and we lost all our grass, and everyone claims that it's the hurricane. A lot of it is our goats, but we have no goats in the front yard, and we have no grass. We lost it all during the hurricane. But where we're planning on moving, it's a lot of land. We're trying to get acreage there. We know the area. We just have to figure out where we want to go, and then just finalize documents and give away our money to the tax people and all that good stuff. But once it all happens, you guys will be part of that, and y'all will be with us for as long as you guys are willing to remain with us. You'll be with us through all of it. We share everything from you, nothing to be hidden from you. Even our personal life, I do post a lot. I want you guys in the loop with what's going on with us. As soon as all this slows down, it's looking like about another week, there will be no more court hearings and none of that stuff, and then I'll be back in the woods. It'll be regularly until I can catch one of these big guys on video. I'm going to keep doing it, but it'll pick up soon. I'm hoping another week. But all of you, God bless each and every one of you. Y'all have a good night, a wonderful night. May the Lord bless you in abundance. And if there's anything I can do for any of y'all, reach out to me. I'm so grateful. Thank you, and good night to everybody. Do you want to tell them good night?
Good night. God bless you all, and have a wonderful day. And thanks for watching this video.
Amen. Thank you, guys. Until next time, be safe.